let me start off by saying this isn't the end all be all for a power window install. This is just how I got away with it. Okay. So if you see somebody doing it a better way, by all means, do it that way. If you don't like the way I did it, don't do it this way. But you know, this is just how I did it. For the guys that only need windows, this is how you do it. If you want locks and mirror controls, then you'll need to swap BCM. So the first thing you do is get 99 to 02 switches. All right. I'll start from the front with the electrical. I got a 5-pin relay. If you don't know how 5-pin relay works, just do a Google search, because that's what I did. Okay, this is my first time doing this, so I had to look everything up myself. So you got your ground here, right? You got your switch power. I need to go back and clean all this up. I'm gonna get a adder circuit or whatever it's called, where you just like put the wire and a fuse on top to clean it up. But I put it on that fuse. That's for the park lights, because as you can see, I drive with these on all day. Like, I leave them on at all times. So whenever these are on, my windows are gonna work. So you got that. You have your constant hot, which I need to clean up. I'm waiting on terminals for my 4 gauge. So I'm gonna clean all that up when that comes in. So that's constant hot. And then you have your power out to your accessory. So I got it going in the cab right there. If you know what that is, that's the hole for the throttle cable. I don't have anything there anymore, so it's it. But all right, coming in the cab. So your power comes down, right, through the firewall. You can split the wire going this way and that way. You could do 2 runs straight from the relay. I ran 1 and split it under the dash. So I got 1 run going over here to this door and another run going to the passenger door. So basically your power wire is gonna come out. You're gonna go through the boot into the door, and it's gonna come out over here. Where is it? Right here. So you got your power right here. It connects to the green cable, the green wire on the pigtail. If you can see it back here, that guy in the corner, that's your power. This dark blue and brown, these are up and down for your motor. So I ran the O'Reilly's and got this little connector, male and female set. All you do is splice it together. I had to run them like reverse polarity to make them work. I don't know if it's something I did wrong or if that's how it needs to be done, but that's how I had to do it. You got your ground here. There are other ground wires on here, but the wire is small, so I wanted to use a wire that matched the gauge of the power wire. So I used this one. I think it's like 16 gauge. And all I did was I ran it up the door to here. Scrape the paint off and tack that guy right there. And then you got your light blue and tan. So those are what connect the passenger controls to this switch. So this lets you control the window from here. All right, so that runs back through the boot under the dash, or if you want to tuck it over, pull the dash off and all that, you can do it that way. But for the sake of keeping it simple, I just ran everything under and over. So blue and tan, or light blue and tan, come over to this side. And same colors over here. Here's your light blue and tan. Go in here, just splice them together down there somewhere. Dark blue and brown, again, up and down for your motor. And ground, same deal on this side. The hardest part of all this is just figuring out what wires to use. And that gave me a little bit of a headache, but once you figure out what wire does what on here, you can like cut out everything you don't need. Like if you saw on the other side, I had a bunch of clipped off wires just because they were all in the way, so I just knocked them all out there. But yeah, so once you get all that hooked up, you're good, man. I mean, that's basically it. One thing I should add, maybe one of y'all can figure this out. I might have a bad switch, I don't know, but she ain't working. So I'm gonna try to find another switch tomorrow, hook it up and see. And I'm also gonna look up and see if it's a wire I missed somewhere, but I do have power and ground on both sides. I have signal to both sides, so I'm thinking it's a bad switch. So I'm gonna try that tomorrow. If one of you guys try to do this install, let me know if you have trouble with that side. One thing I do recommend though, I should say, I just use the motor or regulator from my year truck. So I have an 07 Classic, so I got motors for an 07 Classic, and that's what I use. So you're hardwiring it, so it doesn't really matter. One thing I do recommend, white lithium grease on everything, all moving parts, all metal parts of the regulator. Because when I first put them in, they were still going slow until I got the grease worked in. Also, silicone spray on the seals helps it work better. I think that about does it. Any more questions? Leave a comment. If you're from the truck group on Facebook, send me a PM or a video chat, whatever, and I'll get with you.
Oh God, he gonna get with you.
Yeah.
Never run your brake pads this low.
Yeah, don't be like that guy.
Never. This is terrible.
Don't be like that.
At all.
Let me just show you real quick while we're here. Mopar. Mopar.
Yes, sir.
Lesson of the day, kids. Don't drive Mopar.
Hey. Hey, man, I respect Chevy, man. Don't be coming after Dodge like that.
Well, my brakes don't look like that, though.
Yeah, but I changed my brakes in a matter of freaking 5 minutes, bro. 5 minutes. And I nigger rigged the... I should never said that word. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. But I did mess with the jack. I picked it up with a ratchet and a socket.
That's how you did it?
I did it, yeah. And it really lifted up. I was in there like cooking breakfast. Wow.
All right. That's a wrap.